Are we really living in the world post Einstein's greatest solution to the problems he could grasp? Because he could probably grasp them quite well. A lot of them, the most important ones, with the best solutions available. And things are still quite a lot, very much so, like this. Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. What stopped him? What left it all like this? Indeed. I mean, like, dude, if I break my neck now, I'm fucked. In the current paradigm, there is absolutely no recourse for me after an injury that severe and permanent. And central and core to my character and who I literally am as a fucking incarnated being. For an even longer amount of time, if we do not increase and improve these things, will someone who's been paralyzed suffer and remain trapped inside the hell vessel that was once their own body, lest they feel pain, and it's a barbed wire one too. Wouldn't that just be terrible to lose your motor strip in your spinal cord if there is one of those? I mean just the one that controls that, but not the one that controls pain. Or any other number of terrible fates, but that one's significant. Like, sure, if you could achieve superintelligence, you could bring me back, or whatever, but right now it's over. There's like, you don't play that game, because you cannot not lose. It's not about winning. What do people like that do? We should change it. So my buddy was telling me something along the lines of, like, bro, you're not Einstein. To which I wittily replied 6 hours later with a shower comeback, well, of course not. We're different people. Which was really dumb on both of our parts. Here's the thing. What Einstein did, what Einstein has done, it will continue to stand as long as we do. I hate to say it, pales in comparison to the ends which this idea could achieve were it realized. Now, Einstein could have done so much more with this idea than I ever could had he had it. It just so happened that I was the one that it was given to, which is a terrible shame when you really think about it, because as much as he was a genius without peer, this idea in its final form casts away the idea of peerlessness into irrelevance.
You know what the wonderful thing is about having a philosophy like mine? Because it is a philosophy. It's not a theorem or a conjecture or a method or a technique. It's the way things are. And I hate it. I hate the way things are. My philosophy sucks. It just has to align with what's true, unfortunately. And so it intends to circumscribe the actual truth of reality, insofar as the reasonable actions we could take to further achieve the former cause that I just said. So former and latter. Thankfully, I don't have to be some sort of terroristic ideologist for my idea to work. I don't have to torture anybody into obedience to my method. That you have to hold nobody hostage. Because the world, the way it is without this remedy and an antidote, will do that for you, and for me, and to all of us.
And when it comes to such things as that, you do have to know the original shape of this. You have to know what it's like and what it is and what it's doing. But you could still pattern and trace it. Wow, these people do not need to be done, dude. These people do not need to die. Another thing worth noting is that people think sometimes that the brain is peaked. What could we ever do to cause it to change or improve in any real way? I mean, the brain was formed by blind evolution of the universe. You don't think we could do a little bit better? It took billions of years, and nothing was behind it. Or was there, though? I don't know. Making yourself look bad in the argument if you're an atheist and you think that you can't change the brain. Because, like, atheists should take control of God into their own hands, honestly. Same as the people who like good genes. But they don't. They really don't. You don't think with direct active intervention we could change something? At least make what's there literally bigger, just a larger brain. Maybe utilize the real estate better. I'm not saying you can just straight up improve it or like come up with some brilliant new innovation, but you could inch your way towards that. Blind evolution with no intelligence in a very long amount of time. If you don't think we could be an equally selective force of evolutionary specialization, you underestimate us. Okay, dude, so this is an inhaler chamber. If I go like this, each time, it's going to make a different noise, right? It's going to have its own path and trajectory for each little rattle of it. If you mapped the sounds, you could infer and trace and just from the audio, model and recreate the path that it took visibly based on, coded to the sounds that it made and how they must have aligned, and you could try out a bunch of different patterns of the like 3D model of it and get it more and more accurate until you know. That is how a superintelligence could trace and remodel and create our lives and our conscious experiences. That's just us, this example. That would be at a much higher level.